Good morning.
Good morning.
See, you're doing it all wrong. You got to get in there. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Taps and Takes. I'm back. Now,
Well, you never left.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't here last week.
You were here. You were very much here.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
You
Eddie
came
was
in
here.
like the Kool-Aid man. You were like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I came in to critique, but then I left. But I am back, and it is Friday, and it's time for all that nerd news, all that sports news, live from Grogg's traditional Irish pub, because that's what we do.
But, Drew, we got a developing story here. We've got breaking news.
What? Yeah,
we got a new shirt.
You got another shirt.
Got another shirt, baby.
All right, let's see what the shirt is.
Because the card thing didn't work out. The breaking cards. Yeah, that lasted a total of 3 weeks. Now we're breaking shirts.
All right, let's see what it is.
Ooh.
Is it red?
It's like a maroon.
It's a red shirt? This is from his Dive Bar Shirt Club
Dive Bar Shirt
subscription.
Club.
What do you have, like 4 now?
I do.
Is this
I'm getting
the
the
fourth?
Infinity Stones. All right, here we go. Hang on. We got we got Crazy Woman.
Crazy Woman?
Crazy Woman.
Dude, you should give that to your lady.
To
And
the
be like,
lady?
Hey, look, they have a...
They got a shirt just for you, Sugar Plum.
I mean, honestly, that is the perfect date shirt for
That
when you
is.
go out casually.
Let me go. We got a little Crazy Woman. Buckle up.
Dayton, Wyoming.
All right. Shout out Dayton.
Shout out Wyoming. So there you go. Yet another shirt from the Dive Bar Shirt Club. We are not sponsored by them, but we take their money.
They just make great stuff.
We would definitely take their money if they want to give us money. But the thing is, Elliott, is that after the 6-1, what are you going to do?
I'm going to have to wait for somebody to get me another 6 months for Christmas.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if you look at
Who's
it,
doing it?
if you do the math, November and December, it's running up.
I know.
So Christmas, you could re-up for another 6 months.
When did you start this? Like August?
It's like timed perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Because you were supposed to do it in May. You did
Yeah,
it
and I
in June.
forgot.
So July, August. Oh, perfect.
It's like perfect time.
I'm getting
if you think
some-
about it.
Lady Jams, I know what you're getting me for Christmas.
You know she's not. I'm gonna get you. I have to buy you.
You don't have to.
No, I do. Wait, did your graphics card come?
No, it comes in around the 17th or 20 something.
What about the computer?
It's on it. They're working on it.
That'll
They're working on it.
Well, that'll take time.
I think they said that one was going to be done at the end of October too.
Yeah, it's gonna take time because
Which so stupid because we do all this I bought a nice computer, with all the fixins minus a mouse and keyboard, the two things you kind of need to function a computer. But I go to buy the graphics card on Amazon. Not 3 days later, it's Prime Day.
oh, I don't think they probably had a deep discount on it though.
They would have given me something.
I mean, you could technically return it and see.
I'm not waiting again. I already bought the damn thing. I'm not going to return it to wait another 3 weeks.
You're cheap. If it was to save you like $100, why wouldn't you?
You guys gave me a broken one, so you must give me a brand new one for free.
Yeah, brand
And then
new.
you sell the second one. It's called fraud.
What's that? Is that a new computer?
This is a loaner.
A loaner.
Because my laptop is apparently, quote unquote, 1 year too old for Excel. So guess who had to rent a whole new one?
He gives it back to school. They're like, why is there so much porn on this?
I would never. The laptop gets in the way. It's just too clunky. It's too clunky for the mechanics.
Anyways.
Also, hang on really quick.
What?
If you're using a computer, like a laptop
Yeah.
for your Saturday night entertainment, you might have a problem. You might have a problem.
Who doesn't just use their phone?
Well, no,
Who doesn't just use their phone?
No, I agree. Like, if you're using anything more than a phone, I think you've probably got an addiction. Or if you're one of those real perverts who puts like their phone link onto their TV screen, just watch it.
Here's a question. Who are the people that are commenting on the videos?
The funniest people on the internet. The funniest people on the internet.
What's her name?
Or just like, Samantha, this is your father. Come home. We miss you.
It's so, I'm like, who? And you know how there's like a share button? I'm like, who's sharing porn, dude, like that.
Yo, check this out, Tom.
Hey, guys, look at this.
Bry guy, my man, have you seen the newest updates?
It's like that's it.
Well, I think the funniest thing is like if you sign in,
Yeah.
like with your Google account,
Yeah.
your Gmail's getting it. That's crazy.
You signing into your porno account.
Why does your Gmail get so many browser emails? I don't know. Those damn meta links, I swear. Those damn meta leaks. Damn you, Zuckerberg.
Oh, man. Anyways, what a start. Anyways, good morning.
I mean, that's what happens when you start with crazy womans. Wow.
Yeah. I want to thank you for filling in last week, Eddie. And also to the one commenter that's like, I love this duo, but like, Drew, you're okay too. Okay.
I just saw Love You Guys, and I was like, that was sweet. That was wholesome.
No, here, I'll pull
and
it
shout
up.
out Marvin. Shout out Marvin. He doesn't miss a beat.
No, Marvin's
Don't
always
think
there.
I don't notice you, Marvin. We love you.
We love you, Marvin.
We love you something fierce.
I'll call them out right now because they're like
All two of them.
wait, hold on. They're like, oh yeah, I love this duo. Hold on. I was like, oh, okay. Cosmic Ronin 88.
Oh,
Actually like this duo of bros on taps and takes. Love Drew forever though.
okay. He got you forever though. That's pretty special.
Yeah, but he's saying like,
That's pretty
hey,
special.
you need to let them do it, even though I love you.
You need
That's
to
what
have.
you're saying.
Well, what you need to do is you need to do like 10-minute, like moist critical videos, kind of where you have like one topic for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
But you need to do it all atmospheric with a cigarette.
smoking.
Yeah, smoking in the dark with
Smoking.
a cigarette. And be like, the problem with Microsoft is they've gotten too soft.
Too greedy.
They really have. We're going to touch on that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's start with something we can look forward to, though, and that is Predator Badlands.
Oh, new trailer.
New trailer.
Yeah.
I feel conflicted a bit, and we're going to get to that, because the new trailer looks awesome.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen of it looks awesome. So the new trailer dropped about 2 days ago, maybe 5 days by the time you're watching this. But the film's going to be released November 7th, coming up. Pumped. We essentially get Chainsaw Man 2 Predator Badlands, so nerd fans beating good. But it will be PG-13.
Is Badlands PG-13?
They, according to discussing film on Twitter, it is going to be PG-13. There is no human red blood, so I think you can kind of play with that with the Utani bot and then like the Predator blood, because since it's green, it doesn't really count. But there is no human red blood. They're trying to keep it as actiony and bloody as possible still. But it will be the first mainline Predator film to not be rated R.
You know what this is? I want to tell you what this is. They didn't believe in Prey,
They didn't,
which is an R-rated movie.
which was awesome.
And then Prey was sick as fuck and
For sure.
got huge critical and audience critical acclaim.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh shit, we're back. They make Hunter of Hunters sick as fuck.
It might be the second best Predator property ever.
Rated R. But now that they're actually doing like a mainline movie with a Predator as the
Hero.
main hero, they're like, we got to have this thing PG-13 so more people can see it. Which I'm going to tell you right now. We've talked about it sometimes here and there. The rating system is not law. Did you know that?
Isn't it, from what I remember from old media classes way back in the day, I believe it's like they show the film and a panel of watch moviegoers.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Anonymous. It's actually a reoccurring, like, guild is not the right word, but it's like a congregation of people, not regular moviegoers.
Right.
It's like the same people, the ratings board, and they give a suggestion to the rating.
Gotcha.
And they know that like an R rating can kill a movie's profit margin. Okay. There's a documentary. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but it's called This Film Is Not Yet Rated.
Okay.
And it talks about how these people are anonymous, and he basically does a whole documentary on their practices. But know this, that the rating system is not bound by law. So anyone can see an R-rated movie. Anyone. A fucking 6-year-old can roll up and be like,
Trust me, I know.
You know?
A family brought infants into Long Legs. It was it was one of the worst movie experiences ever.
They were with parents.
Right.
Right? But anyone can legally buy a ticket to any rating of any movie except for adult films, which those things don't exist anymore in movie theaters.
Speaking of your perverts.
Yeah. So like, my point is, the studio kind of bringing it down to a PG-13 rating to just get the extra cash, like, may not work in their advantage because, and we're going to talk about Bond in a little bit here.
Okay.
When you are fucking with some of the tenets of what this property is, which is gory and bloody, and you know, when you're messing with that, you're kind of screwing with what it is. Well, and if you screw with what it is, you're going to piss off a lot of people that may not want to see it.
Well, here's my thing. I don't want to hear you say you don't think it'll be successful when Alien Romulus was rated R. It was something we hadn't seen before in the Alien franchise, and it saved, in my opinion, saved the franchise.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you can't make a good R-rated film for Predator when we've had good R-rated films from Predator.
Yeah.
I get it. You're trying to get maybe the next generation of viewers, right? Sure, whatever. Predator's been proven to work when the care has been taken place. And also, if you watch the trailers, the new one especially, there's new monsters, there's humans now attacking. You're telling me you don't want to see the alien go rampage mode and tear these guys up? Because I want to.
Right.
And if you hone that down, you're only doing... This feels very Venom to me.
Yeah.
And Venom would have been, Venom, for all of its faults, was fun. It would have been so much better if you gave us a unchained Venom.
Right.
And you're chaining Predator back right now. And that's how it feels.
If you're wondering, it's like, look at the trailer for Wolverine's video game. Yeah. That's what Wolverine should be doing.
Absolutely. And God, that looks so good.
Yeah. And the fucking PG-13 aspect of it is like, come on, man.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm sure it's still going to be fun. I just, you know.
Look, am I still going to see it probably the first couple of weeks?
Dude,
absolutely.
Dude, I'm going to probably see it first few days.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the most excited for a film that I've been for a long time, because it's like, dude, if Predator's back, like,
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And I like that we have a protagonist that is a Yucha. Whenever I say it, everyone's like, the Yucha. But it's like him, dude. And I'm going to be interested to see how it goes.
Oh, for sure. So
we'll be there.
November 7th, can't come soon enough. You know, something that actually has gotten good reviews, but, you know, you can say it's an A24 film. You can say, you know, maybe it just didn't get the budget or didn't get the marketing, was The Smashing Machine.
Bombed.
So the Smashing Machine, the new Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson A24 film, it bombed. $8 million in its opening weekend, $50 million budget. However, fans and critics are fans of this movie. 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.5 on IMDb. People love this movie, and it's a big, I think this is good for Dwayne, because I think he's had so many huge blockbuster films, because he essentially prints money in every movie. Like Jumanji 4 is going to make $500 million. Right. Like, he prints money, whether you think he's a good actor or not. This movie, though, having like a passion project film, and by all accounts, he's phenomenal in, I think this is great for him, even if it's not like a huge win for A24.
Someone pointed out, and I tend to probably agree with their synopsis, it's going to go one of two ways. Either there's going to be some word about that goes around and it'll have legs in the theater, kind of like Kingsman, right? Kingsman 1 comes out, doesn't really perform all that well, but word of mouth gets people in to go see Kingsman, and then it makes almost $400 million.
Right.
So this is one of those things that possibly word of mouth will get people in there to at least make its budget back. But they said it's either that or when it hits streaming, it's going to be a huge streaming movie.
See, I feel it's going to be that. I think it's going to be a huge HBO Max hit.
Yeah, it's going to be like a huge streaming movie, and you're going to be hearing a lot about Dwayne Johnson's role, because when the Oscar buzz starts to roll around, there's already Oscar buzz on his portrayal of Mark Kerr. So, and the other thing is like, you're portraying Mark Kerr, which he is a grandfather of MMA, but he's not as well known as like a Hoist Gracie. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it's niche, and it's a Safdie film. You know what I mean? The brothers that did Uncut Gems. You know, I think it's going to be a huge streaming movie.
I do too.
I think people are like, it's maybe a little bit too niche to go see in the theater, but when you're at home, you're like, oh, I'll put that on.
Yeah, we're like, oh, you know, I think it'll be like you said, word of mouth, and then like once it hits streaming, be like, oh yeah, I forgot he was going to do that. Yeah. We should watch it.
And let me be clear, Dwayne Johnson, for all the shit that he gets, and yes, it's the Chris Pratt effect. We are oversaturated with Dwayne Johnson. When he was in Ballers, there was some scenes in Ballers that I was like, damn, Dwayne can act. Like, he can act. And this, from everything that I'm hearing, is like, this is proof that the motherfucker can act.
Well, I thought it was funny. Somebody made a joke. It was like the second John Cena starts making waves with like Peacemaker season 2, because by all accounts, it's great.
Yeah.
The second John Cena starts to really bust out his acting chops, Dwayne has to one-up him. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, and also it didn't help his case that a Taylor Swift like album movie came out too, which by all accounts, fans are very conflicted with this.
Which is interesting.
It's starting to see the divide in the Swifties.
Which is crazy to me, because it's almost like people's love for their favorite politician, like they can do no wrong. Like Swifties, she can't do any wrong.
No, well, it's funny. I saw something. It was like, you know, they call it, and I'm not getting political, but they call it like Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
They're calling it Taylor deranged syndrome now. Anyway, I don't want to get the Swifties after me. Let's move on. Comic book news. Because we did have Batman team up with Deadpool for kind of like a one-off kind of comic, but Superman and Spider-Man are teaming up in a comic book crossover. It is being timed to the 50th anniversary of the original Superman verse, The Amazing Spider-Man #1.
That's interesting.
So it's cool to see like those Golden Age comics get a second leg, and Superman. And I think it's great because like Superman and Batman especially are getting these crazy new origins with the Absolute universe. So it's nice to have like your old school Superman and your old school Spider-Man teaming back up again.
I like the crossover. I remember when I was a kid, they did Marvel versus DC.
Well, and they also did like the old, like Elseworld, where like Wolverine Batman was a thing, and it was like Joker Sabretooth.
Yeah, and
Joker Tooth.
Like those kind of like weird crossover things, like I'm all for that. It would be crazy. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but now that James Gunn is doing that DC thing, it would be insane if you got an actual Marvel versus DC film, like a run of like 2 films, and it was just Marvel versus
Avengers versus Justice League or something.
That would be insane. Yeah. Like insane. It would make $1 bazillion.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I'd have a lot of fun seeing Nick Holt as Lex Luthor having a fight with Dr. Doom and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Like I would have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'd have a lot of fun with that. I'm just saying there could be fun there. Demon Slayer, officially a top 5 movie of 2025. It just keeps getting bigger.
How much money has it made? Like 800?
I think it's around 7, getting close to 700.
7.
And I just think it's so funny. The budget was $20 million.
It's crazy.
20 million for how good that movie looks. 20 million.
I heard someone do an expose saying that it's going to ruin anime series. Because they're like, look, they're seeing when you do this, and if it's a 20 million, imagine a $20 million budget.
Yeah.
They have 20 million. And when you have like the right property and you,
which I think Demon Slayer is.
Right. and you're not doing seasons of shows, you're doing like multiple movies, and you're making hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, that's a cheat code.
Well, here's what I think's going to happen moving forward, because Chainsaw Man's doing it too. Reze Arc's coming out October 24th. By all accounts, it's doing fantastic in the Japanese box office. We'll see with the worldwide box office. But if you're getting maybe a property like a Chainsaw Man that had an excellent season 1, and I don't care what people say, if people didn't like the art, it was cinema. It was beautiful.
I thought the art was amazing.
Amazing.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Chainsaw Man fans were...
Anime fans are so fickle, dude.
Exactly. But I mean, like, season 1 was cinema. It was gorgeous.
Hold on. So they talk shit on the art of... Hold on. They talk shit on the art of Chainsaw Man, but then they all glaze Solo Leveling.
Right. Some people thought it was too like cinematic and it didn't match Chainsaw Man.
Oh, okay.
Which
that's horseshit.
I can understand. I see where you're coming from because they changed the art style for Mappa in the movie. Reze Arc coming up soon. But I thought the cinema nature, because the director was a huge cinema geek, it was fantastic. And I forgot where we were kind of going with this.
Well,
seasons becoming movies now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see that because one, you saw success with that. And I think with film, like shows like JJK, which is getting season 3, the Culling Games, season 3, you could argue is probably going to be the last season of JJK because they'll do the Culling Games. Then they're going to have Gojo versus Sukuna be its own film.
Which is probably appropriate.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And then they're going to have part 2. They'll leave it on a cliffhanger after JoJo. Spoiler, nice. And then you're going to have Yuji and the universe take on Sukuna for a second film.
Which it's probably appropriate to do it that way.
Which I agree. I think those can work.
But here's the problem. That means that we won't get a finality.
You're not getting it until 2030.
2030.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
And you just have to be, if you're an anime fan anyway, you kind of just expect that because there's a lot of times your favorite anime was 12 episodes. You loved it. Might have been a little niche. And then you don't get a sequel for another decade. And you're like,
which is crazy.
Why didn't this get the love it deserved?
Shout out Birdie the Mighty. No one talks about it. No one talks about Noeen. Why? They're diamonds in the rough.
That's what I mean.
Hold on. Speaking of anime, okay. Started watching Tubby Hero X.
What are your thoughts?
I'm conflicted because like...
Talk to me. I've loved it. I have about 3 episodes left to finish the season.
I saw because I logged into Definitely Still Branded.
Definitely. Shout out. Definitely Still Branded.
Definitely Still Branded.
Shout out.
So I watched the first couple episodes and I'm like, all right, like I see what they're doing with the art because it like transitions from like
3D to 2D.
3D to 2D. And I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, they're doing something interesting here. Let's check it out. It's very anime-y to where when I say that, it's like, it's super anime.
Yeah.
Right. So like you're watching it, you're like, okay, you know, I need it to develop into something other than what it's been so far in the first like few episodes.
So I think they give every hero 3 to 4 episodes as like the top 10 heroes get their own arcs and their own stories that lead to a giant overarching story.
Okay.
So there's 26 episodes, I believe. And so you get, I believe it's nice to start.
It's nice.
And then you get the second hero they show for 3 episodes, then the next one, then the next one. Then you get Ghostblade and Ghostblade sick. And then it all leads to who X is.
Okay.
So you're going to have 3 episodes.
When does it like pick up?
The next arc.
Really?
Your next hero. Next hero.
So as soon as it transitions from Nice is when...
Well, and even Nice's story, his story, I guess Lin, because he's not Nice technically.
Right.
You kind of get a backstory of who the original Nice was.
Oh, okay.
And you start to see, because the whole point of the show is about heroes' perceptions to people, to their people. And it's like their trust factor is their strength.
Right.
So the more trust you get from your audience essentially is what makes you such a huge hero.
Which is, again, super anime-y and it has a social credit system almost.
Right.
Which is, I think it's either a commentary on, or it's like culturally Japanese people. I could see them like being like that. Whereas like they're constantly on their devices and connected and like, because it's just culturally it's different.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it's Chinese. It's a Chinese anime.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's like you said, they're so digitally connected to people, unlike anything. Like, I mean, we are too, but compared to them, not so much.
Not so much.
And so
it's like the mobile game industry in Japan is fucking insane.
Right. So,
like
I mean,
a lot of them don't even have consoles. They just fucking game on their phone, dude.
Right. When they have their own like they have their whole arcade system over there as well too, that you can play those like competitive games as well. So, I mean, I think you'll like especially the next hero. Can't remember his name, but he's like an electric hero. And they kind of have, without going into spoilers, it's like a guy who has zero trust value becoming like his hero because he wanted to be a hero. And then that old hero on like his back end of his life and career.
Got it.
So it's really good stuff. Let's go on to the end of a life with Microsoft and Xbox because they're trying to shorten their life rather quickly. So last week they made an announcement that they were going to raise the price of subscriptions for the Game Pass.
33%.
50%.
I thought it was 33%. It went from $20 to $30.
It went from $19.99 to $30, which was
33%.
So 50%.
No, 50% would be 15 to 30.
No,
33%'s 20 to 30.
$10 jump?
Yeah.
On 50? Anyway.
Okay, I see the way you're looking at it, but if you look at the full number and the increase, anyways, fucking math, whatever.
Yeah, it's math. You know what? Sorry. You'd think I'd learn with big data and big data analysis and finance. It's math, all right? Use an Excel spreadsheet, all right? But not only did they raise the prices, they have now come out and said they're going to be working on a gaming cloud with ads.
I heard that this is a rumor that's unsubstantiated.
Sure, but
that it's ad supported.
Right.
You have to watch 2 minutes of ads to play 1 hour. You can only play 5 hours of a single game a month. And that you have to, there's a voice recognition system that you have to verify that you're actually watching the ad.
Man, you haven't seen me cancel subscription faster.
I think...
which is a shame because I thought Game Pass, best deal in gaming for a long time.
No, it was. It literally was. Like, I had it basically just for Lies of P, dude. I
have it for like maybe Doom if I want to get back into it, or like a Persona game or something, or just whatever RPG I want to play in the time.
You know what I noticed, dude? Because I'm playing Ghost of Yotai and I'm actually playing it.
Nice.
Like I'm like 15 hours in.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the interface in the PS5 is a better system. Like, it's just like the interface and how it works. And like, I have this massive love for Xbox, but
I do too.
They have lost their way on interesting properties and like interesting exclusives. Like they lost their way. They spent a lot of money buying up a lot of developers and these companies because, that it's a business strategy. They need to buy up all of these things to make money. And like, dude, the last Call of Duty made them billions of dollars. It was like an insane amount of money.
Sure.
I mean, insane amount of money. So like they're making their money back. But I think like someone pointed out that I was watching yesterday, they're like, there is a gaming culture. There's a culture wrapped around these things, right? And when you do these insane jumps, which everything is doing, right? It's like
literally everybody,
everyone, the streaming and all the, like, they're all doing it, at a certain point, you're going to get so much cultural backlash from these things that like you are going to lose trust. And like, there was a rumor going around that like Xbox not even going to make hardware anymore. Like they're just done. And if you heard that rumor about Nintendo or PlayStation, you'd be like, yeah, you're full of shit. A lot of people are like, yeah, I could see that.
Absolutely.
So like they're going to get out the fucking game. Like You know, like,
and it makes sense if they started opening up their game catalog to Sony.
Yeah, but I don't know how they could be so fucking stupid. Like,
I don't understand, one, because Xbox is one of those things. It was the new child. It was the new kid on the block,
Xbox
you know.
360 fucking ruled.
Yeah, well, even the original Xbox, you know, like they were the ones who really pioneered, you know, the system link and the online play. They were the ones that started it all. Really,
I'm telling you, the first and Xbox 360 was a fucking amazing system.
And you know, it's like you said, they cared about first game properties. You know, like they had their Gears exclusive. They had Halo was a juggernaut. Gears of War was a juggernaut. They had these things that made people want to play these games. And sure, we're going to get Gears of War, which I'm excited for eventually.
Yeah, but dude, I think Gears of War is one of the properties that's going to be sold on PlayStation.
Probably. And I mean, like in Halo, I don't know how you fumble a generational game like the Halo franchise.
You know what? And I'm going to say this right now. I'm not one of those people that has to have exclusives because I preferred a PC game, right? So I'm all good with things being on all systems. When people bitch about that, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I grew up in a time when there like hardly were exclusives, except for Nintendo. Like everything came out on everything, right? Because these people had to make money. I'm not one to like, gatekeep's not the right word, but it's like, oh, but God of War only belongs on PlayStation. Like, fuck it. If you can buy it on everything, that's great.
Not a console purist.
Yeah, no, I'm not that. But you have to have some kind of a development backbone to make interesting games that people want to play.
Right.
And PlayStation does that so well.
Yeah,
like,
they really do.
When they are working on something like Sucker Punch working on a Ghost of Yotai, or you have,
or even Horizon Dawn, or God of War, or the Uncharted's, or the Last of Us. I mean, their punching power is so high.
When they give you a game that's an exclusive, Final Fantasy remake, all these things, it's fucking great. It's great. And like when you have, I'm telling you, the last Halo was fun. We fucked around with it for a little bit.
Yeah, I played a little bit. I enjoyed it for the most part.
It was fun. Why did they not have a BR mode? Why did they not have the battle royale genre right now? Since PUBG has been one of the biggest things, Warzone, PUBG, Blackout. How does Halo not launch with a proper battle royale?
Well, it
makes zero fucking sense.
Well, not only that, they were pushing Infinite to be like a full game, like a full campaign, a full Halo game. And I don't think they ever got the campaign finished.
No, the campaign was finished. It was basically just open world, and it was a different kind of idea. And you know what? That's fine. Do the interesting things. That's cool. But the fact that they did not launch with a BR mode attached to it boggles my mind, because, like, let's be real. As fun as it is, the old school Halo gameplay is kind of antiquated at this moment. Like, so how do you freshen that up but still have the mechanics of the original Halo? Oh, here's a BR.
Yeah.
You have a pistol. You go in. You have to get armor. You have to get better weapons. You have to kill people to take them off their body. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And the fact that it didn't come out, I think, is the reason why it failed.
Probably, honestly, because Halo, and it's funny now because Halo, the show, is now actually getting a bit of a boost in watchers because it's on Netflix now.
And it's trash.
And it is. But I mean, it's just to see something, I guess you're so nostalgic about with Halo, because it really was a once in a generation game. Combat Evolved 2 and 3 were excellent from start to finish.
I think Microsoft just can't get out of their own way, because
I agree.
There seems to be a lot of, people look at Phil Spencer, who's at the top of Xbox, and put a lot of the blame on him. And I'm sure there's some there, but this feels more like board control. Like, this feels like there's a group of the people that are the main investors in this company saying we need a massive return quick. And I could see Phil, by all accounts, is an actual gamer, but he's also a fucking CEO of a major company.
Sure.
So it's like, the CEO of the division of Xbox, which is a huge brand, multi-billion-dollar brand, and they spent so much money acquiring all these developers.
Yep.
They need to get a quicker return back on their money from the board. And that's what it reeks of. It reeks of, okay, well, we did the math. And, even if we lose 30% of our subscriptions, we'll be okay because we have.
Yeah, because we just boosted the price so high.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're kind of losing a little bit of faith. I would love to see a resurgence of something good and maybe strip down, not having so many embers in the coal pile.
I get you. It's, speaking of burning out, Fast X sequel. Apparently it's still happening, but they got to shrink the budget from 200 million down. Easier said than done. I think it's funny that a movie that has a $200 million budget is also trying to get back to the roots of just drag racing, which I'm sure you can do without a $200 million budget, guys.
Those movies make a lot of money.
That's what I mean. I don't think you need that much to get your money back. I think you're going to be successful anyway because people like dumb car crash movies.
Yeah.
And that's what Fast is.
I want to talk about Bond real quick.
You can talk Bond.
Okay.
James Bond.
So going back kind of to what we were talking about before too, is that there was Amazon has the rights to Bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got MGM Studios now.
Yeah. And the posters for the old Bond movies, which are streaming now on Amazon.
Do you have to rent them still?
I don't know.
Because Amazon loves doing that. Like, hey, we've got all your favorite movies. By the way, you still have to rent them.
Yeah. $3 isn't bad though for a rent, but
if I have a subscription, I shouldn't have to rent.
I get it. So they removed the gun from the poster.
Now, what, is he just like this? Is it like AI where he's got extra fingers?
He's like this.
Is it like the Naked Gun where they just add all the fingers?
The P-22 is, I think it's a Walther P-22 is iconic. It's the fucking logo of the James Bond's a gun.
Literally 90. It's like half of the poster every time.
Yeah. So people were losing their shit over it a little bit. And I think there's a bigger thing here. And it's more so about, okay, so let's boil down James Bond to what he is. He's kind of a pompous prick, licensed to kill. Okay?
Ladies' man.
Shags birds. You know what I mean? And he is kind of reckless. And like the gun part of it is like, it's like, it's an iconic thing around this character.
It's unironically the tamest part about James Bond.
Yeah.
It's just his little pistol.
So like the question is like, dude, if we keep on meddling, right? Because of, James Bond is a legacy character. It's a it's been around for decades and decades. One of the most
famous characters of all time.
Right. And then you look at like Snow White, and then if we keep on losing what the tenets of these characters are, like the Predator Badlands being a PG-13 movie, you're pissing off the fans of these properties because you're removing something that is iconic about that character. And we've talked about it ad nauseum that like, I don't mind race swapping anything.
Give me Idris Elba's Bond.
Yes.
That'd be sick.
As long as if you're not losing a tenet of that character that is important, right? And I think that a lot of people want to modernize for new audiences, but I don't think it's as deep as everyone like with the agendas. I don't think it's that deep. I just think that they look at the times and they make assumptions about what people want, and then in turn they shoot themselves in the foot.
Right. Well, and I think like if you really don't want him having a pistol, I'm sure you guys could just make new interesting posters for it rather than cropping out the old one.
Yeah, but like there's also something to be said about him being like a relic of the past, dude. Like, oh, you are just a relic of the Cold War. You know what I mean? Like even in modern day, you could just, oh, you're a fucking old war dog that somehow got, you know what I mean?
But even like Quantum of Solace, he's holding like an MP5.
Dude, but that's James Bond.
That's what I mean.
James Bond's a fucking badass. He fucks bitches. He drinks martinis. He fucking has
the nastiest cocktail. Just give me a martini.
He drinks martinis, fucks bitches, has cool gadgets and a fucking gun and a cool car. And then he goes and he does reckless shit.
Yeah.
That's James Bond.
Quickly, since we're on it, who's your Bond? Is it Pierce?
My Bond?
Because for me, I know the old ones are great.
Yeah.
But like I grew up in the Pierce and the Daniel Craig era. So like Pierce is kind of my guy.
Hold on. Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond. However, the Daniel Craig movies are better.
I agree.
Those are better films.
I agree. And I think Daniel Craig's a badass in those movies. But like Pierce had that look. He had that James Bond like look to him. You're like, that's a secret agent.
No, Pierce Brosnan was definitely fucking Remington Steel, dude. That fool was definitely
him
James
drifting
Bond.
in an Aston Martin on ice.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. A couple of really quick things here for me. Zach Cherry, star from Severance. He is joining Zach Krieger's Resident Evil film. So you're getting a little Severance action with your Resident Evil.
All right.
And I knew this was going to happen because I had two things I want to talk about today, but they were very Eddie specific. One is the Chargers, which I can't do as much now because he's not here. Where's my Meth Gator review? He talked about it literally for like 10 minutes to end Taps and Takes. And then on Friday, which podcast now available now on Wednesdays, you can check that out. He talked about it all Friday with us about like, yeah, man, Meth Gator reviews. Watch your Meth Gator. Where are you?
We won't see him for a couple months.
The meth got him. The Gator got him. That's all I had. If you had anything else.
Oh, 2XKO, early access, live now. New character Warwick was revealed. And you know what the cool thing about 2XKO, if you have a semi-decent like gaming PC, you can play it. It's free. Early access. Go and check it out. FGC's back, baby. The fighting game community is eating good. So go and check that out. That's it. And stay here, because coming up next, we got sports. Big shout out to Grogg's Traditional Irish Pub at the northeast corner of Willow and Knees. Not only do they house the Do Over podcast for Taps and Takes, but they invited us to go blow it up on St. Patrick's Day live on scene. Now that that's done, it's easing us into summer and it gets hella hot here in the Central Valley. Grogg's prides themselves on being the coldest drinking establishment in the Central Valley. Literally go down there, get a nice cold pickleback, get a nice cold Guinness, throw it back and leech off that free AC, son. Support Grogg's because they support the Do Over podcast. And we're back. Back like we
never left. What do we have in between? Do we have like a commercial in between?
Yeah, I was talking about how cold the bar is, but now that it's getting cold, we gotta update that commercial.
It's the warmest bar in Fresno. It's the coziest little spot in Fresno. You know why?
Why?
Because that guy.
Because this guy right here.
Look at this guy right here.
This guy right here.
This Sugar Shack right over here.
Hey, isn't it beard season?
Yes. Look at him.
Yeah.
Got it.
Beard season.
I had a beard like last week, and then I shaved it stupidly, and now I have.
Why do you keep on doing that?
Well, I don't have like. So I had a grooming like electric razor. Broke. So I have another one, but it doesn't have any of the like heads on it. So it's just one. It's just a one.
Buddy, do you need a trimmer?
No, it's one of those things like sometimes the like fancy one will work and you're like, okay, I'll work. And then it'll get caught and then it won't work. And I'm like, hey, here. But I got to get it. I haven't bought a disposable razor in probably a decade. Because, you know, I used to live with my parents. So I used to just take my dad's.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why are they so expensive?
What, disposable razors?
Yeah, why are they so expensive?
No, buddy. Get a single blade safety razor. That's what I use.
I don't trust myself.
No. It's a safety razor. It's just like using a disposable.
No, I know. But I don't trust myself.
Elliott, you're a 32-year-old adult.
I still make mistakes, Drew.
Okay. Anyways, I also want to give shout out to Animania coming up. Animania at the fairgrounds.
Both dress up as Hulk Hogan, but like a weeb.
So that's happening November 1st and 2nd at the fairgrounds.
We'll call him Hulk Hentai.
And we have big old titties.
Woo's running wild, brother.
Woo. So we're going to be out there. We're going to have a booth. We're going to be right next to Dragon's Horde.
And there might even be a audio signing.
There is a ton of voice actors that are going to be at this I guess it's fall winter Animania.
The winter slate.
Yep, it's gonna be super cool, and we want to see you out there. We're gonna have a booth. We're gonna be out there. We'll also be at twitch.tv/The Do-Over Podcast right now on Friday if you're watching, and you can go check that out. We're gonna talk about it there. And I'm sure Jess is going to be like, I'm not going to go. And then we're going to be like, yeah, you are.
Hopefully her car doesn't explode.
No. There's no excuse. She's going. And you know what? We are owed a Birdo outfit last time I checked.
mean. Do you remember her car blew up in a Birdo costume? Just Birdo on the side of, wow.
Yeah, and I call her and she's crying. She's crying, and I'm like, are you dressed as Birdo right now? And she sends me a picture of her feet.
The dinosaur feet. I think this time it's time to be a little Wario.
I think that if she does Birdo, she needs to do the egg thing. Like, she needs to walk around and go,
just has hard-boiled eggs ready to go. Ugh. Why does that booth stink?
Well, we will be dressing up, and we'll have more details on coming up. So
for sure.
Animania, check that out. Now, Elliott.
Now, Drew.
Give me some of that sports action.
We're gonna go down the line, starting with blind bets. 2-2 this past weekend. The Jags.
Elliott, why are we 2-2? Why are we 2-2?
You wanna know why we're 2-2?
Why?
You wanna know why we're 2-2?
Because you're picking shit.
Because Edward Rouse gave us a guarantee win with the Miami Dolphins. And those Carolina Panthers said, I see your guarantee. So how about you get a taste of these? And they just did the thunk.
Whenever you're talking guarantees and betting,
I agree.
Just do the opposite.
That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it. You know what I do?
What?
I pick winners.
Oh, do you?
I pick winners. I was 2-1. Eddie was 0-1. Therefore, 2-2.
Okay.
If so facto, I'm so back.
Well, give me something that we can parlay, because I don't think we've parlayed this.
Well, here I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm looking at these lines. I'm looking at these slates this week. Nasty, downright disgusting. You know why?
Why?
Because there's a bunch of blowouts, and blowouts are bad business. You know why? Because bad business means the lines get messed up. So now everything's not under a field goal, meaning like, oh yeah, I could see a field goal win. No, they're 3.5. You're like, they have to win by a touchdown now? That's disgusting. Case in point, New England Patriots. They're taking on the Saints. Saints got their first win last week. Congratulations. They played a very poor New York Giants team, who we all thought was going to be kind of sick. They beat the Chargers. Jackson Dart was looking kind of nice. And then, they just stopped playing well after their first two scoring drives. So we're going to go with New England here. New England, big win. Just beat Buffalo. People are saying they're back. You know who said that? This guy did.
The fact that they beat Buffalo is crazy.
In Buffalo, mind you.
That's crazy.
The Mayflower.
No, that's crazy.
I know.
Dude.
I mean, Buffalo hasn't been playing the most Buffalo style of play lately.
The Bills were like they were the team
one of the last undefeated teams to lose. Them and the Eagles. More on that in a bit. So I like New England here in New Orleans. I think Mike Vrabel really has this team firing, and not just that, believing. So I really like New England here. Tampa Bay. Look, I picked the Seahawks because I thought the 12th man was going to be there. They could have used 12 men on defense because they got diced up by Big Show. And hey, Darnold, awesome. But he did throw a game-sealing interception. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
Don't talk about Darnold.
You know what we can say?
What?
The game was awesome.
Yes.
And Bake Show, he's proven that he's just going to find ways to win.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay minus 3.5. I like it. They're taking on the 49ers. The 49ers keep winning, but they are beat to all hell.
Yeah. If somehow, if
Mac Jones keeps winning with essentially a torn leg because he's getting tossed around like a rag doll, no number one wide receiver, Kendrick Bourne, the guy who used to play with New England, being that open against the Rams, like as impressed as I've been with the 49ers, I think they're just too beat up. And I think,
imagine, dude, if they weren't nerfed to hell.
If they weren't the most injured team in football.
Yeah. If they weren't nerfed to hell. Like how good they would be doing.
And they're already 4-1, with 3 wins over their division. So, I mean, I think they're already kind of playing with house money. I think Tampa just finds ways to win games. And I like Tampa at home. So I like Tampa minus 3.
That means McCaffrey is going to be their number one target.
For sure.
Dude.
No, I mean, he has to be. And it's not even him running. It's him as a passing threat because that's what he's been, especially for fantasy football owners getting that PPR. Next one, this team knows how to hit overs. I don't know if they can win right now because they find a way to tie. Green Bay taking on Cincinnati. The spread right now is -15 Green Bay. That's disgusting. Look, I'm a Packer stan to the day I die. I don't think you can have them as a -15 favorite, regardless of Cincinnati being major cheeks. Cincinnati, even though they got beat up by the Lions last week and beat up essentially by everybody, they've been managing to put up some points outside of the Vikings game. So do I see over 44 points? I think the Packers offense is very good, and I can see some Jamar Chase dumpster points. That just feels like a backside over cover. Give me the over on that. And then here's the grossest game of the slate.
What?
Raiders, Titans. Drew?
Yeah.
Did you and I both fall victim to the Titans hype?
Yeah.
Do the Raiders look like major cheeks right now?
Yeah.
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 No, they do.
Yeah.
Geno Smith has thrown 9 interceptions already. No, I'm going to stop you there, bud. I'm going to stop you there.
I've seen a couple plays.
I'm going to stop you there, bud. The Titans, though, they shouldn't have.
9 interceptions. That's like fucking 3 a game, bro.
It's terrible. No, it's really bad. It's really bad. He's been horrific the last couple of weeks. Cam Ward, sure. He hasn't been awesome. The Titans have been great, but they're +5 against the Raiders, who got blown out by the Colts, whose quarterback throws more interceptions than completions, it feels like, who have no offensive identity, who just feel kind of broken right now. And I think with Tennessee, yes, they're ugly. I mean, they're really ugly. I mean, they're as ugly as they can get. But they have a little momentum now. They have a number 1 pick in Cam Ward.
I think momentum matters.
I do too. Especially when you win a kind of weird game they just did against the Cardinals.
It kind of boosts the morale.
Tony Pollard knows how to get his ass in the end zone.
Yeah.
All right. So I kind of like the Titans here +5. And those are my 4. I'll be honest. I think I'm probably going to get another 3. I'm hoping for 3-1. I can get 3-1.
I say believe in yourself.
It's not that I don't believe in myself. I just don't believe in the Titans too much.
Yeah, that's true.
But I believe in the Raiders even less. Let's go over some of the quick bullet points for this past week. No more undefeated teams. Broncos come back in Philly to beat the Eagles. The Eagles have been playing weird all year.
Yeah.
They're, the Super Bowl champs. They find ways to win, but
where's Barkley, dude?
That's a good question.
Where the fuck is Barkley?
And then they'll play like one half of great football, and then one half of who is this team?
Do you think Saquon Barkley, from his situation, then going to the Eagles, right, and fucking just going off last season,
historic season last year,
historic season, wins the Super Bowl,
a perfect finish to a perfect season?
Do you think there's something inside of him that's like, I did it?
No, I think No, I think this is
because everyone was saying he's long in the tooth and blah, 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 blah.
I agree.
And then he fucking crushed.
I think this is more of a coordinator issue, an offensive coordinator issue. I think the play calling's weird. I don't feel like they're trusting Jalen Hurts to really test the receivers. Like Devontae Smith was awesome last week, but there's chirping with A.J. Brown not getting enough touches. When you have a wide receiver that good, he should be more implemented in the game plan. When Saquon's only getting 6 touches for 30 yards, and granted, he had that great touchdown catch from Jalen, but the vibe from the offense is just off. And the only change...
And they have insane tools at their disposal.
And that's what I mean. But the only change has been offensive coordinator. So that's where I'm thinking the offensive coordinator is more of the issue than so much the players. I think the players are still great.
Do you think they're trying to not overwork their main threats in the back half of the season?
I just...
To reduce the potentiality of injury.
I think a little bit is like they've been playing with their food a little bit. I think there's coordinator issues where they're not gelling right with the play calling. And I just think they're 4-1. I think they're going to figure things out. If they're playing this weird now and they're 4-1, they're just imagine when they start really meshing together, they're going to be unstoppable again. I just think they lost a lot of players in free agency. They have a new coordinator and they've just maybe got a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, not in the sense of like, oh, they're going to fall apart or they're like the Chiefs who they look good at times and then they look awful at times.
Yeah.
But I just, and like this goes back to Philly a couple years ago. They started the season 10-1, fall apart at the end of the year, lose to the Bucks in the playoffs in like the divisional round or the wild card round. So it just feels off, but I wouldn't panic if I'm a Philly fan. Like you're 4-1, your division is okay. I think the Eagles are going to be fine. I think they just have to get through some growing pains with their new coordinator. Buffalo, we mentioned, loses to New England. Drake May and Stephon Diggs had an absolute day. Stephon Diggs' revenge game against his former team had, I believe, over 8 catches, just tore it up.
Yeah.
And New England, Mike Vrabel, turning the ship. Some people say they could make it a little interesting in the AFC East. I still think Buffalo wins the division easily, but we might see a little wild card action from the New England Patriots. Drake May, the Mayflower.
It'll be the first thing they've done since Brady left.
Right. Let's see. Tampa Bay and Seattle had one of the best games of the year, going back and forth. Darnold dealing. 3 touchdowns, 1 bad pick. Also, best uniform game, because you had the old school Tampa Bay jerseys, the old school Seattle games, but Bake Show continues to be clutch in every game. It doesn't matter what the score is. If you give him the ball last, he's going to make you lose. They're 4-1 now, only lost to the Eagles, taking on the 49ers. I mean, their division's bad. Bake Show's dealing. They're only going to get healthier as the year goes on. I could see them being the 1 seed of the NFC. And
really?
I wouldn't be surprised, not only because they get to play Carolina twice, they get to play the Saints twice, and you get to play the Falcons twice. You've already beat the Falcons. You know, the Saints are arguably the worst team in football. And who knows what Carolina is. I don't think they're good. You know, you watch them play and you're like, how has this team even gotten 2 wins, let alone a blowout win over Atlanta? It's essentially 6 wins right there. You win 4 or 5 more games, 11 wins. The NFC's so tough now. You could be the 1 seed with 13 wins this year. So, and honestly, I think right now Baker's MVP.
Yeah.
He's just, when you look at the games he's had, the way they've been winning, and I really think there's something about the clutch factor. Like an MVP is somebody who, when the times are tough, when you need a score late, who needs to ice a game, he delivers. That's Baker Mayfield right now.
Or you can perform under pressure.
That's what I mean.
I think a lot of those guys, for some reason, fall apart. And I'm like,
I mean, it's tough.
Look, it's granted, it's tough, but dude, you are a top tier athlete that performs on the highest scale you possibly can. I would figure that anyone that makes it that far does not get performance anxiety. Well, everyone probably gets performance anxiety, but there's like, you clutch, right? Like you clutch out.
Well, and it's also, I mean, depending on your team too, like a quarterback's I don't want to say is only as good as wide receivers, but I mean, like you can throw a perfect ball, but if you don't have somebody catching the ball, what good is it? You know? And Baker's got incredible talent around him. So big ups to Tampa right now. I want to talk really quickly about your San Francisco 49ers, man.
Oh, God.
I hate this team. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell 49er fans right now, I hate you.
Yeah.
You've broken my heart in more ways I can describe.
And you fucked up the way of water.
Sure, you really did. I didn't even think about that, but now I hate you even more. But damn, there's something about this team it's hard not to root for. I loathe the 49ers, but there's something about Mac Jones, beat up as all can be, finding his old teammate who's like a 3rd string wide receiver at best, just finding ways to win. When the Rams have it, running into the ball for an empty end zone, Falcon punching that ball out to save the game. There's just this moxie about this team that I hate to like. I really do. I really hate this team.
Hey, it's the same thing with the Brock Purdy thing, man. It's the same. It's the same deal. It's like, oh, you're irrelevant. Whatever. Fuck you. And then you see him fucking going for it, and you want to be like, yeah.
Well,
dude,
and I mean,
like,
and
fucking,
Kyle Shanahan, one of the best coaches in football. No denying that.
Yeah.
I think them getting back Robert Saleh, their old defensive coordinator, former Jet head coach, has just brought back this toughness to them, this never say die attitude, which was his biggest part of why they were successful years ago in defense. There's just something about this team. It's not even like they're the most talented team they've had. Probably their least talented team they've had. But man, they just find ways to win and scrap, and I hate it because I wish the Packers were like this.
Yeah.
Packers, great talent. Jordan Love, and if you're coming off that Dallas game, the offense scored 5 straight possessions in the second half, but giving up 40 points to the Cowboys is unacceptable, especially when you spend all that money. And I like every time you watch the Packers and the Niners play these playoff games, it always comes down to the tougher defense, and it's never the Packers. Right. It drives me crazy, but you know what? 49ers, have your day.
Hey,
4-1.
You're a part owner, Elliott.
I am.
You should have a say.
I do. That's why we got the Micah trade. I made that happen.
Yeah.
Me and ownership made that happen. But see, and this is where I'm going to get back to Eddie on this one, because we'll end on Chiefs Jags because it was a Monday night game. And, Jets are 0-5. They're the saddest team in football. Not named the Saints, but the Saints at least won a game. So, the Chargers. Am I right?
They were kicking ass, dude.
This is where I need Eddie here, though, because I asked Eddie, because I have a couple of prompts I want to end before we get into fantasy football. I said, should you worry about the Chargers? And Eddie said no.
Yeah.
They put up 10 points against the Commanders. Another player hurt. Justin Herbert looks great to start and then doesn't do anything for the whole second half. So Charger fans, all one of you, all Eddie of you, should we worry? Because weeks 1 and 2, they look like the best team in football. Where is that team now?
Well, shout out Scuba Steph on YouTube. Her stuff is probably not appropriate for work, but she wears bikinis with Charger stuff on it, and she's a diehard. And I like her support. She's not worried.
Got a bolt in your pants.
Yeah. And she bounces around and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Go Chargers.
All right. We'll end with the Monday night game. Another classic game on Monday night, though. Jags, Chiefs, back and forth.
Couple Jag-offs.
Yeah, Chiefs up 14-0, and then the Jags and the defense make a great play, a pick six.
Dude,
and then here come
Trevor Lawrence fucking...
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough. I don't know if... The Jags are a weird team because they're 4-1, just like the Colts, 4-1. Are they as good as their record shows? Is because their first couple of wins, it wasn't because Trevor was playing great. Trevor played great last night, did everything it took to win. But the Jaguars and the Colts are these weird teams I don't know what to make of.
Yeah.
And they're playing, you know what? The Jags' true test is this weekend against Seattle. Against Sam Darnold.
Against Darnold?
Against my guy, Sam Darnold. Yeah, that was a game I was like, I'm staying away from. But, I mean... 4-1 Colts. Indiana Jones still dealing, blew out the Raiders. Granted, the Raiders suck, but I'm curious to see what this AFC South will look like because Houston beat the brakes off the Ravens. They're terrible. I'm curious to see what's going to come of that. Nobody thought going into the season we were going to have this tough of a division in the AFC South, but the Colts offense looks really good. The Jags defense looks really good. Houston's defense looks awesome. I don't know what to make of it. I know the Titans suck.
What do you think the strongest division is?
I would say the NFC North, the Packers, the Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings. Excellent. I would say the AFC North if the Ravens were healthy and the Bengals were healthy. Like on paper, they're tough. They're a tough outing. NFC West, Niners, Seahawks, Rams, really good. But this AFC South, the defenses are all there, beating the brakes off each other, not named Tennessee. Tennessee, I believed in you, man. We believed in you.
Did.
Cam, I believe in you. But you guys, as you all say it, are kind of ass right now.
Yeah.
But I believe in you to beat the Raiders this
And
week.
not like a pretty ass that you like want to get up in.
Couple of quick questions, rapid fire, really quick.
Yeah.
What do the Packers need to do to bounce back after the bye week?
Throw the fucking ball.
Okay. Should the Chargers worry yet? Asking for a friend.
I don't think yet. I think that if they underperform or lose the next couple of games, then yeah.
Are the 49ers legit contenders for the Super Bowl?
Not right now. But I do think that they are, how do I put this? They're swinging above their weight class
Okay.
in their current state, especially considering that they're massively nerfed.
Yes.
They are massively nerfed.
Agreed.
And for them to be like performing on that level, and is it just kismet? Is it just like a weird amalgamation of players that are trying to prove that they're worth it?
Yeah.
And if we go back to the unnerfing of the 49ers, do they underperform?
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Will Baker win the MVP?
Time will tell.
Okay. Who's more legit, Colts or Jags?
I'm a jag off.
He's a jag off. Are the Steelers the biggest winner of the bye week? To give you some context, Browns lost, Ravens lost again, and Cincinnati lost. Steelers are 3-1 right now in the division. I kind of set that up for you to say yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Because Aaron Rodgers is going to lead that team to win the division.
I know.
How did they do it?
That's why I'm laughing. Because it's like, who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? Not us. Maybe. Although I put a little asterisk my way. And then biggest losers of the bye. I'll answer this one for you. I put the Packers and the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears 2-2, but Vikings win across the pond. Lions look awesome again. Green Bay, that loss to the Browns looks uglier and uglier as time goes on. So you've got some tough divisions, and that's going to do it for our portion of sports. Major League Baseball, I know they're in the playoffs right now. Phillies and Dodgers are going on right now. Blue Jays are beating the brakes off the Yankees. That's kind of fun for me. I'm still trying to pick what team I can use to troll my friends because they follow baseball. One's a huge Giants fan. The other one's a huge Yankee fan. Padres are out. I could be a Cubbies guy. You could sell me on the Cubs.
Right.
But year I was born, 93. Guess who won the World Series?
Who?
Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh. Well,
I'm kind of leaning Toronto.
I don't think the Blue Jays have done anything in a long time.
In a while.
Yeah.
In a while now.
So go
maybe
Jays.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Maybe Bird up.
Bird up.
All right, hang on. Got to get my other notes ready. All right. Crack all my knuckles. You don't have to loop it. You can just keep the NFL music a rolling, a rumbling, and a stumbling, and a...
I just want to point out one thing.
You can point.
It's from a good friend and client of mine.
Okay.
I just saw a thing in houses in Coarsegold aren't selling well because of fire insurance. Thank you for not letting me buy a house there and finding me something in a
You're welcome. Because the only fire is this real estate agent because he's burning through the competition.
Dude,
or put a little fire under him.
I'm selling one right now in Coarsegold, and it's tough. It is tough right now. So, all right.
You know what's really tough?
What?
Having to do 16 teams for this stupid breakdown.
Oh, yeah?
Give me. Chiefs are 2-3. Week 5 fantasy football recap. We start in Florida, where the meth gators and clowns welcome you to their Mahomes. I think those are just Florida residents. You might be right, Boom. The Droopies were off to an early lead, but Elliott and the Raiders fan base said, "Do you know what? We might just suck." Do you know what? I know we suck. Among the others that tried to save the Droopies, Quinshawn was across the pond and left Elliott being made Sparkles Trey McBride. Crazy, isn't it? Sparkles clowned the Droopies, winning, well, very comfortably, 97-121. In Baltimore, where CJ was strouting his stuff over Jess, Nico Collins Kaepernick was running wild all over the Barbresses and left Jess with a clogged Sam Laporta potty and another L. Jess didn't have a lot going for her, especially since she had 3 players with -5 points. Jess is literally spiraling, and Tim is in his 3-2 era. Tim inks up a win, winning 131-73. In Jacksonville, where Trevor was never the two. Wait. In Jacksonville, where Trevor was never left the toots deader as the rallies the jag-offs. Rad Giga Chad White was mogging the Seahawks. Tony Soprano Pollard was giving the Cardinals all that gabagoo he could handle, but it wasn't really ready for Eddie Jaden Waddle right past him for the score. Kyron Ricky Williams was high as a kite, which left him dropping the ball at the 1, but thanks to Debo Samuel Adams, Eddie stayed drunk and won the battle of the rants. Eddie bounces that bunk-ass back. Bounce, bounce, bounce. That bunk-ass back. Winning 147-123.
Hold on, I gotta say something.
You can say something.
It's bullshit. I should have won that. That's bullshit.
He was bouncing that bunk ass.
Dude, it's bullshit.
He was bouncing.
Anyways, let's go back
to Philly, where Steve was getting silly as Bo Problems was lighting up Mikey. Travis Swift Kelsey may have dropped a new album, but they didn't drop any passes. It wasn't the fate of Ophelia in the balance, but it was the fate of Mikey's chances. Mikey didn't want to ruin the friendship, but he tried to James Cook up a comeback. Would he or would he not was the question. Jamar Vincent Chase tried to get his entourage moving, but sadly for him, that excellent show and him were canceled. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Steve is the father figure for Mikey, winning 118-103. That's right, Taylor Swift puns are back, baby! New album review coming. I'm not going to do it.
No.
Carson went to London town where he went to try and help Darren royally flush Eric, you know. It may be Breton strange to see Darren with a lead, but it's even stranger when you Jordan Addison up the score and realize that Darren had taken a comfortable lead. He was winning 1-0 and all. That's a soccer pun. A football pun and all. It got to the point where Darren was trying to move from the Alvin Kamara Sutra and in Justin Fields. Who's Chase McLaughlin now? It's Darren. Eric, who still needs to let us name your child.
Name your child.
Name your child.
We need to name your child.
We get to name your child. And I'm going to name him Bangers and Mash because you got banged and mashed. Congrats to Darren, for he is officially 1-4, winning 130 via 118.
Hey, squeeze out a win. That's good.
At Grogg's or Hobbs or wherever the hell Royce is, he goffed to a strong start as Jared, no, not that one, was giving Colleen more than she bargained for. Colleen had the Twin Taylors break out with 3 scores as she was starting to think that she was getting a COD win over Royce. Godwin, I love a good typo, until Royce let the Panthers out. And Uncle Rico Doddle went back in time and took his team to state. Because if I had gone back in time, man, we would have won state. He would have gone pro, and he would have rushed for 206 yards and a score all over the Dolphins. Royce, I gotta say, you're looking nice. As he and Kittalingus was not Colleen's fantasy, winning 128-117.
This is a close game still.
God, I've got like 4 more of these. It's at MetLife, where the top teams of the league battled on the worst turf in the league. April was giving it to Sal with her big Nick Chubb until he oloved. Chris oloved, that is. Sal wasn't going to take it, laying on his back as he had a Tyler warrant out for her arrest. But as we know, people who are guilty never actually get arrested in this country.
No.
Sadly for Sal, he couldn't get the pickings out, and April cooed down his win streak. Looking Bryce, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Bryce, baby. April continues to dominate, winning 121-116.
She's going to do it again, dude.
Probably. And finally, I'm sick of this. All right? There's too many teams in this league. Finally, we end at the Battle of Mid as 2-2 Orcs take on 2-2 Swingers. Definition of mid, boom. And duke it out to see who could be above 500. Devontae Adam Raid made Cody's defense look like a joke and was shutting down the Swingers. That's right, shutting down. David went full Goliath Montgomery with 2 scores, and even though Cody was dialed into JSN, we have a developing story. It's not CNN. It's not MSN. It's not MSBCN. No, that's right. It's the Orcs. The Orcs getting the win and putting a Tyjon spear into Cody's back. Orc win 101-84 in a stinker. 101-84, and the Orcs win. And there's your Week 5 recap. Royce, I got to tell you, man, this is exhausting.
Well, you have 16 teams.
Yeah, 16. I'm doing 8-game recaps alone.
You should be. That's your thing. You're good at it.
You could help.
Okay.
Just do yours. How about that?
Just do mine?
Just do yours.
You want me to do mine next week?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be biased on your front.
Okay. Then I'll do mine.
And if they don't win, just don't do it.
I'll just be like, no, we're not going to
nothing happened with the Toots. We were on a bye week.
Yeah.
Just do that.
All right.
And there you go.
Good
That's
job,
all
Elliott.
That's all of it.
That's been Tapped to Take.
Tapped. I'm tapped out.
It's tapped out.
And that's my take.
And if you want to check us out, we are live right now, twitch.tv/the-do-over-podcast.
Probably by now, yeah.
Like and subscribe, or
subscribe.
Just check us out on YouTube every single Wednesday
or
and
zoom in
Friday
on this
morning.
mustache and put subscribe right over it. Like, subscribe.
Subscribe as a mustache?
Subscribe stash.
That would be
Substash.
That'd be interesting.
Substantiate us.
Anyways, we got to go, but we will be back next week. Thank you for your continued support. We love you.
Patreon, we love you.
We love you too.
Cameos. I won't do them unless you pay me.
No, he would definitely do them.
I would. No, yeah. I would. If you asked for it, I would do it.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of star power.
Nope.
I'd do it.
Nope.
I'd only for Patreon.
Elliott will pay you to do cameos.
I wouldn't go that far.
Anyway. Until next week, gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Subscribe.